Hi there, welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome. It's Hélène with another video. I'm just doing a follow-up of the Slaying My Samples intro and just thought that I would take a chance and go through some of my samples and actually pick some out on camera as far as what I'm going to use first. Now, if you'll remember from the video, I had three glass jars. I have just put them behind me here. So 1, 2, and 3. And I've decided to put those aside and tackle them last. What I've decided to go after is to tackle this big box first, because I think that using up the larger containers, at least for me, is easier because I know that I have at least a week's worth of product in any given container, and so that I can kind of get it into my routine, whereas the individual use packets are more difficult to kind of get my head into and use. So I will change the camera angle and go through these and pick a decent handful of these individual packets to use over the next little while. And you can see maybe my thought process about what I'm going to pick and why, and then hopefully see a bunch of those in my empties at the end of the month. So hang on, I will change things around and be right back. So I have my box here of samples, and I have it in a reasonable order, but wanted to give you a close-up of what I have and what I'm going to tackle first. So back here I have a bunch of foundations and lipstick samples, and I'm going to keep these for when I have a focus on given brands, because I can pull these out and use them. I'm also going to pull out the bigger items that I have just stuck in here because I did not have room elsewhere, because based on what I'm doing, I will have room elsewhere. So let's take a look. So these are foundations as well. I will leave those here. Down here, I have a bunch of masks and different things like that. I'm going to leave those. I think I want to use, first off, multi-day products that I have a chance to get through a lot of. So here are a few that I think will make sense. Let me just grab some. So here I'm kind of in the moisturizer section. Let me just take a look here to make sure that this makes sense. Yeah. So I'm in the moisturizer section. Some of the things that I know are just a quick win, like the Advanced Night Repair, is an easy one for me to pick because that is my nightly cream, or sorry, serum. So I'm going to put this aside. Stay right here. Okay, and then I've got Ultra Repair Cream by, let me just make sure that it is kind of similar. Got a few that are the same, a few that are not. Okay, so I've got an intense hydration for dry, parched skin, and then I have a sleeping cream. So the repair cream, I guess, for the day, and then I've got 3 sleeping creams. Okay, so I will definitely use all of these. I can put those in my rotation right away. And then I have another set of Juice Beauty Stem Cellular, they're all the same, anti-wrinkle moisturizer. So I have here, I think I'm up to a week's worth, just over a week's worth of creams, and I have a serum. So let's just see if I have some other serums that I can use here. Okay, so I have a bunch of Caudalie serums. I will put this one back. Let's see here. So I've got some Caudalie stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to put this one back because it's a single. Let's take a look. So I've got Vino Perfect Serum. anti-dark spot, so complexion correcting, lots of these. Okay, great. And then I have a resveratrol lift serum as well. Very cool. It doesn't say, I'm guessing this is for evening. Okay, and I have 4 of those, which I can use instead of my Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. So I've got 4, 5, 6, 7. I got a whole week of these, and I have 4 of these. So along with the cream, I will use these as well. So I'm going to put these aside. What else can I find here? I'm going to keep the primers aside for now. Oh, and I have this too. So these are a couple of the Kate Somerville Wrinkle Warrior, which is a moisturizer and a serum. So this will be great in the morning as well because it's a 2-in-1, so I can definitely use that right away. So I think the theme for my first go-ahead is going to be serums and creams. I think that works well. So I've got quite a few here. And let's see what else I have here that I can use right away. I don't want to use any shampoo right now because I have enough to deal with. What is this here? Oh, and I have a couple of samples of cleanser. Those are kind of a gimme. Okay, I'm not going to use this right away. So a couple of cleansers, that's an easy thing to get through. So I will use that. Jack Black, why not? And let's see here. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to use shampoo right now because I am trying to use other shampoo that is important to me to use, which is a Strivectin for hair loss and damaged hair. But I do have here something that I know I can use right away and will enjoy, and that is some samples of the Professional. And they're not a significant amount. I know that these last me 3 or 4 days each for these samples, and so I might as well use these right away. I do know them, and I know I can get through them and just get them out of my collection. So I call this like, samples like this collection, but I guess it is in some ways. Okay, so let's just put this lid here and do a little bit of a tally of what I have. So we've got 3 Professionals, that's for sure going to last me over a week. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 moisturizers. We could argue these are also moisturized, so we have 10 moisturizers. We have a bunch of serums. There's 1, 2, 3, so 1 serum plus 4, that's 5 night serums. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 2 that for daytime here, 9. So I am good for 1 to 2 weeks of morning serum and moisturizer, evening serum and moisturizer, and primer for somewhere between 7 and 10 days, I think. Oh, and I will also have these cleansers from Jack Black to use as well. That is going to be my first crack at using the sample box, and if I can use all of those samples in the next week to 10 days, I will consider myself very, very happy. So that's it for the first digging into the box, and let's see how I do by the end of the month. We are right now July 7th, and so I will either wait until the end of the month to report with my empties, or I will give an update if I'm ready to fish into the box earlier than the end of the month. Hi there, Editing Hélène here. Just wanted to say that upon review of the filming, I realized that I had made that mistake with the night versus day serum. So what I did was I took the liberty of picking out 4 more moisturizer, Clinique Surge, and then 3 of the La La Retro Whipped Cream from Drunk Elephant. And you will see 12 new serum packets. So I've got quite a few from Strivectin, from Philosophy, Clinique, and Perricone MD, as well as on the top right-hand corner, a Dermalogica gel as an eye cream. And what I decided to do was take all these fine samples and put them in one of my glass jars that now sits in front of the vanity. Now they're all in order, and you will see the vanity has that spot now with a third glass jar where I can easily see my samples and reach for them, and it will serve as a reminder to make sure that I make good use of them. That's it. Let's go back to the video. Before I forget, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content on this channel in general, please consider subscribing. And now that you know what samples I have chosen, I look forward to reporting back. And hopefully I will also give you an idea of what I thought of the various products, especially the ones I had multiples of. So yeah, I will report back, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.